game that he's got doing that is going to be up against Toastforprez, so he's bringing out the Mirage. It's a pick that he retired at Valencia, but he's bringing back now. He played only Mordex before, and this was like, oh wow, Toastforprez opening up pretty strongly. This is something that Sandstorm believed in a lot. He really loves Mirage's signature kits for being stacked. The downsig in both weapons in particular is something that he loves being able to catch landings with, and we'll see if we'll get into this game.
Also, I feel like by virtue of not being just Sword Orb anymore, by going to like Sword Spearlight, you do have like a little bit more consistency in your like KO potential, so that you don't have to KO with those two aforementioned weapons.
Oh, yeah. Being able to have the spear in exchange for the gauntlets is really fantastic. We see him switch over to it right now as Toast throws the gauntlets forward there, gets the end light. Sandstorm fighting back. Oh, that dodge being gone is huge. Side light, double D light, side air, Toast.
Yep.
I think he tried to land with end light and then just gravity cancel end light. And Sandstorm, we've watched enough Sandstorm to know that he's going to take a dodge punish all the way.
Yeah, at that point, you just have to be able to take it all the way. You get a KO off of that, and right now, Toast. God, it feels so funny to say Toast out loud because it feels like I'm calling food production each time.
He just keeps, he's getting ready to reply to our ears where people can't hear it, but it's, you know, it's fine. Here it goes, evens it up. 2-2, actually.
Yeah, right now going to be sticking to the gauntlets here, seeing what the next move is going to be. Sandstorm picks up the spears, just occupying the airspace, backing off a little bit here. And now Toast is just going to be looking for this next jump in. Dashing in here, nobody has any strong neutral wins yet, but they are...
That's the funniest thing I've
That
ever
was like
seen.
5 consecutive trades.
Yeah, they both had the same idea with the weapon toss in... and now, slide charge that neutral signature punished by Nair. They're both actually using, when there's enough distance between them, they're throwing their weapon at each other and it's exchanging, and it's causing the situations actually where Toast taking the advantage here with 2 end lights and the down light has got the game in an even state against Sandstorm.
The GC side light, that was it. That was sort of the perfect punish to Toast's landing, but then wasn't actually able to get the follow-up past that point. Now Sandstorm, this is exactly where he excels. It is in those edge guards, right, with Scythe, but not actually going to be able to set that up. Toast getting a couple of unarmed hits and then immediately tossing away the gauntlets as well. But you know what? Still getting into Sandstorm's line of defense.
Yeah, this is a one-hit stock scenario, not last stock just yet. Oh, sides that comes through. Sandstorm barely ducks underneath it. And then the double down light sider, that was just insult to injury there, I think. He didn't need to, to go the distance.
You
but
just
like,
needed the immediate finish, just in case.
I think he was just reminding him that's what happens when your dodge is gone. Toast trying to get his knockout in return. Side light's a little bit hard to get a recovery afterwards. Let's see if Sandstorm can get extra credit from it.
Toast, though, looking for this recovery, not going to be able to find it. How do you actually get this KO? Sandstorm that time dodges down.
Ooh.
So yeah, just that's already so many side lights that have not actually resulted in anything.
I love that moment where they were both just waiting for a weapon spawn, and when Sandstorm realized Toast wasn't going to challenge him for it, he just dash jumped in, dash landed, side light, end light. Continues to attack him, side light, D-light, side air. Second Sarah almost catches Toast, actually. Yeah. Haymaker gets punished, and now I can see some desperation coming out from Toast's Caspian here. 2 pogos. Oh, is that going to be the edge guard here? Gravity cancel end light.
Not quite. Has the dodge that time around, saved it, used it as a way of getting back on, but then you just toss out the weapons, and that's going to be Sandstorm taking game 1 with a fairly confident 2-0 lead. I feel like the game opened off like pretty evenly, especially like in the beginning of like stock 1 and stock 2. Sandstorm was closing out stocks. Toast was using up and expending his dodges a little bit too soon. Yeah,
it was dead even until Toast was like, I need to end this stock. And he had gauntlets in hand, and he was like, all right, well, I can side light, but then I have to get a dodge read on Sandstorm. And then he never hit Sandstorm again. And it ends up being a 2 stock there quite convincingly, as Sandstorm was able to just hit everything they needed to hit and brought Toast over to Rayman now. So this is like going to solve the problem that I think that Caspian had with the gauntlets and Katars, which is that like you had to actually have 2 moves connect to get a knockout. Well, on Axe, you don't really have to do that. And Sandstorm is just getting tossed around right now by Toast gauntlets.
Oh yeah, you just get to have that like 1 good swing. So the Axe is going to bring some consistency onto the playing field, and still the gauntlets just able to get in the against Sandstorm. I feel like Toast has been breaking space really well when it is like that gauntlet Scythe matchup.
Right, and when Sandstorm switches over to the spear, that's when we see Toast's dodge get punished the most, which is interesting because I feel like I'd be saying the opposite for the Scythe, but that's just how this matchup's playing out so far.
Okay, there you go. You're going to see that downlight again into the side air, but whoa, Toast! Not going for the immediate weapon grab, just wants to keep on hitting Sandstorm with all those different recoveries. That neutral. That's just neutral. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, waiting for the first player to swing, and neither one does. That's when the weapon throws start to break up a lot of the movement there. Both players, we can see right now, it's a phenomenon that we talked about from time to time. You can land with your dash now, as of like a patch or two ago. We call it dash landing. It's when you input that dash a few frames from beneath the ground. We're seeing both players utilize it very well here, looking for, they're just trying to really trip somebody up to get that last hit. This is really similar to the second stock scenario that we had from the previous game. Let's see if Toast can actually get the stock this time.
Yeah, that was the issue. It was all about the closing, and now you don't have a weapon in hand, but that is going to be the neutral. Axe in hand, you need one good swing, but Sandstorm has been already consistently spot dodging these axe neutralites.
What? Whoa. Hold on.
What was that hitbox?
That axe recovery sent nowhere. I don't understand what. How did that not knock out? Whatever. He still
even
gets
like
it.
A bounce on the platform?
Yeah, axe recovery is like, I don't know. There might be like some weird weak hitbox there that I don't understand. Ouch! Oh, Sandstorm actually gets the second sider that time.
I like the fact that Toast went as high as possible just so that he could refresh the dodge in time.
Yeah, I mean the damage was already done there though, right? Because he got the dodge read, gets the double D-light side air, and then Sandstorm's been doing this like delayed second Sair afterwards, reading that his opponent's going to like wake up jump towards the stage to recover, and Sandstorm's just getting so much damage off of it. And now Toast is one D-light side air away. Doesn't get that there, but it was a good effort.
Yeah, now Toast has been like consistently diagonal dodging in to Sandstorm every single time that he's been getting hit by that D-light. And Toast has, Sandstorm has yet to be able to find a punish for it, but really good punish there.
Whoa.
What's it going to be?
Well, Pogo so far, but weapon throw doesn't connect, and now Sandstorm finds himself unarmed. That was an amazing punish.
Wow.
Sandstorm's reactions are incredible. Toast put out the gravity cancel side sig. Rayman doesn't have to worry about being grounded to get the distance. Sandstorm spot dodges it, pivot, gravity cancel down light recoveries it at the end of the move.
The presence of mind just to have that as your like immediate like, okay, you press a bad button, I have this punish ready off my fingertips.
You mess that up, you just lose the stock. So Sandstorm's he's just incredible. But he's also one hit still. I think Toast should switch over to the Axe. That's how we got the knockout last time. I feel like that's why he switched over to Rayman. And as he's on these gauntlets, Endlight's not a knockout move anymore. He's still struggling to take this stock from Sandstorm.
Sandstorm is waking up and warming up a little bit with the Scythe, right? In the beginning, game one, not a lot of those hits connected, but now we're seeing Sandstorm do Scythe things. Yeah. Toast not able to get the KO with the recovery, either Axe on hand, and able to get a nice little punish. Is that it? Yes, it will be Toast taking it to last stock apiece. And honestly, with the way that Toast has been getting in with gauntlets, I can easily see this comeback being made.
Yeah, he has to switch over to the gauntlets first, though, and Sandstorm's not really letting that happen. Nair side air, sidelight Nair, goes for a jump read there, and Sandstorm manages to get out, but that's still good damage coming out from Toast. Gravity cancel down sig means no dodge. Dared off the side of the stage. Is this going to be edgeguard, Dara? Let's see.
Like the weapon toss just to force Sandstorm to back off a little bit, has to spot dodge on a reaction, and waiting as long as possible to pick that up. Sandstorm not able to punish the weapon grab, but Toast has been stuck in disadvantage for so long, just barely avoiding that.
Yeah, Toast, down light gets hit. I was hoping he was going to be able to get over the side of the stage there. He had Axe in hand. Another sidelight Nair could have meant that a recovery would be able to take Sandstorm down. But Sandstorm's so good at spacing out Scythe, down light, and then using the active input to get the strong kick of that. If you don't, you end up just bringing them back over to stage with like a really fixed knockback spin move that leads to more combo attacks. But Sandstorm really great against his edge guards, and he brings it up 2-0 against Toastforprez.
The two differences that I'm seeing sort of play out between the two, one of them is in disadvantage, and that's not even specifically because Toast is doing something wrong. So Sandstorm is just that good at juggling and keeping you stuck there for so long. And then the second thing is coming back to actually closing. Sandstorm is getting KOs sooner than Toast is. Toast is oftentimes struggling to find them.
Yeah.
And in fact, some of those like really unconventional attempts, like that GC side sig, ended up getting punished by the GCD light recovery.
Yeah, you put it nicely, which is that Toast is actually scrapping with Sandstorm rather evenly, and then when it comes to closing up the stock, Sandstorm's closing out 2 stocks before Toast gets 1. And that's going to have to be what changes here in game number 3 if Toast wants to stop this 3-0 from happening, because Sandstorm is looking pretty good.
Yeah, well, you know what? Simply not getting hit to Toast, playing fairly evasively.
Impossible against Sandstorm. You got to get to those trades. I mean, yeah, ideally, not getting hit is pretty nice, but Gauntlet's opening up pretty strong right now. Toast, just like game 2, actually has the lead in damage.
Lead in damage, but Toast just like so good and comfortable in position, right? Able to get another neutralite here and actually punish the weapon grab. Sandstorm went for it immediately. Toast ended up guessing right on Sandstorm's timing and got the stock for it.
Oh, and look at this weapon starve, extending it into Sandstorm's spawn back to the stage, getting rid of his iframes in the middle of it, and Sandstorm had to go a whole 15 seconds without a weapon.
Why was the decision to go for was that the D-sig?
I think it was, I think he went, I didn't really catch what signature whiffed because I was looking at the damage that was being dealt, but whatever the case was, not that great. Sandstorm using that down sig. We talked about that right beforehand, how he likes to punish with that stacked, and while we haven't seen that much in the sets, it was nice to see him get that knockout there.
Okay, right now, though, Toast just being sort of started with these weapons. Now it's Sandstorm's turn to just have that kind of advantage, looking to pick up another weapon, and does get those gauntlets. What's going to be the opening?
Wow. He X-pivoted the down air to avoid the down stick because Sandstorm was ready with the wake-up, and he avoids what would have been a ton of damage.
So good.
Now Toast trying to get something started with Nair. Gravity cancel, sidelights not hitting. Both players just kind of playing. Wow, he's dodging a lot of those openers from Sandstorm, but I still feel like Sandstorm's got the the third glove and the weapon throw. Toast keeps the lead. This is a very winnable game for Toastforprez.
I think the biggest thing that is sort of coming out is when Toast is on gauntlets and when Sandstorm is on site, Sandstorm is getting only one hit and then never able to actually follow it up. And Toast lands and oftentimes is with punishing Sandstorm, especially with a lot of sidelights. That is where a lot of that damage is coming out on, especially now that you are on Axe. I feel like that is kind of the better weapon to go up against Spear with.
Oh no, Toast might two-stock Sandstorm here in Game 3. Let's see what Sandstorm could do. Getting sidelight and air pivot side air is like a ton of damage. That stuff recovery effects. Has the dodge. Can't even make it back to the stage. It was close, but Sandstorm's seen that scenario enough to know that he didn't need to go out there, risk giving him a chase dodge by getting hit by an active Nair or something, and it evens up the game 1-1.
Yep, he just needed to back off. He knew not to commit in that situation, and now it is up to Toast. Can you close the thing that was sort of, biting him in the butt Game 1 and Game 2? This is the game to actually get it done. D-lighting in the wrong direction, though, and Sandstorm is getting a lot of hits in and doesn't find the recovery.
He went for the immediate silent recovery. The N-Sig actually catches Sandstorm floating right above his head, and he takes a game, brings it to Game 4. And the adaptation that we're seeing on this Rayman pick is like, I like how clear it is. It was like, okay, game what? He switched back to Caspian. Is it because we're on Brawlhalla? I didn't see that. I should be looking at the replays right now, but this is such
essential.
This is a very baffling counter pick to me. Like he got his win on Rayman, and he was like, okay, I'm going to show you what I can do on this character. Okay, let's find out. We're on Demon Island here, so I completely ignored all those replays because I'm reacting to this pick that we see on the screen right now. This is the Diamond Head, epic crossover for Caspian. You got a thought?
I love how aggressive Toast is, just completely unarmed, never really prioritizing the immediate weapon grab. Just keeps going in on Sandstorm and actually just consistently leads his jumps.
Yeah, that's actually a good thing to notice. And it's something that I would expect to say of Sandstorm, but not against somebody fighting Sandstorm. And look at that. Already hitting several sidelights, gets the recovery, dash jumps, pivot dash lands back to center stage. Looking to catch a landing here. And Sandstorm is actually taking a lot more damage from being so airborne. Okay, all right. Do this a third time.
And it connected. It did the job, didn't it? But what a follow-up from the GCD Light. Toast just threatening with the ground pound. Did not find it. Wanted to bait Sandstorm going up and above the stage. Didn't find the neutral.
Side stick's so good. It's so good. Gets him out of the other side of the stage. Goes for a dive kick. D-like ground pound. Toastforprez takes the first stock once again.
Toast is kind of playing like a top player, isn't he?
Well, I mean, he is PR 45, so he's top 50. But I would say that he's playing above his expectations right now, and it's been very fun to watch. And so that side stick that we just saw there, even though it's a reversal when you hit it with the gauntlets, Caspian's force and the knockout power of his signatures, good sider from Sandstorm, is just so high that this is why you pick the character. A lot of players would say that Caspian gets like... Gauntlets and Katars kind of do the same thing. Why would you put them on the same characters? Like, well, it's because you have such crazy knockout power if you're okay with both of the weapons.
Yeah, and especially against Scythe, I feel like this is kind of the weapon that you can diagonally jump in against Sandstorm. And the question is, will he be able to find some of those anti-aims? Toast, though, getting in there with those sidelights, able to get the downlight, pick up the dodge read as well, dealing so much damage, fishing, smelling for recovery, and then, I don't know about that weapon toss.
I think he was going for weapon toss, pick up end light, and he failed to pick it up, and then went for the end light unarmed, and that missed. Oh, side stick is so... It just knocks out here. It doesn't matter. Like, I know Sandstorm's not like deep red. It still would work. And now it would definitely work. He's looking for it. Falling there. Oh, end light and a recovery could be huge.
I like the dodge just in case Sandstorm ended up mashing out of disadvantage. They're not able to find any of these scythe hits, whiffing that, but it is nice and safe. Side light into the recovery. Sandstorm that time around did not dodge down.
I'm so glad to see that Toast finally swapped off the Queen 9. And he's playing on Caspian now. He's just been doing so much better. He was stuck in gold for such a long time, and now he's bringing Sandstorm to Game 5. Daro, I can't believe it. I'm making a joke. This isn't actually Toast for production. This is Toastforprez. But anyways, back to this. 2-1, gets hit by the recovery. Oh, Dara, I think Sandstorm is a little lost.
Yeah, Toast is just consistently getting in. And also reading a lot of Sandstorm's disadvantage options at this point. Has just like a really good sense of how to get in and find his hits. And the one issue was the closing. That has been solved.
And there's a lot of confidence in going back to the Caspian after it lost so badly game 1, and you get that win on Rayman to be like, you know what, I figured it out, I can do it. Dodges over the gravity cancel down. Like the down tick does catch Toast trying to jump around that hurt box. And Sandstorm evens it up 1-1. So now, are we going to have a Sandstorm stock here? Is Toast going to bring this to a game 5? We're about to find out.
All you need is that one dodge read, especially with Scythe. But the question is, can you even connect and execute those hits?
Oh.
That does so much. You were not kidding.
Yeah, it's disgusting. If it was on the other stage, I think it'd be done. I think he really thought it was going to knock out there, to be honest. I think I got like slightly nerfed, actually, like in a patch or two ago. And thank goodness that it did. But that one...
Wait, Sandstorm had the right idea. Wasn't that like to try to like catch like the cross up?
Yeah.
And then just ended up whiffing.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then he got side sigged by Caspian. There's no chance there. Oh.
That's like a little bit unfortunate. It felt like Sandstorm had like the right idea. I'd love to see a
We'll
replay
see it in the replay, hopefully. They're taking some time banning the stages here. And Sandstorm's getting rid of all the flat stages if he's going to be on Caspian. He knows he wants a platform. We're going to have this moment where the silent recovery. Sandstorm gets this knockout on the side. And then, what was the sending here? So you were talking about...
Yeah, that dodge just went kind of further than Sandstorm thought it would.
It did. But the right idea was there, and it cost him the game.
And then just ended up losing the stock of the game. That is unfortunate. That is tough.
It's game 5, Sandstorm versus Toastforprez. And I mean, if Toastforprez makes this upset, this might be a more historic run than I think any other player has made. I guess it just depends on how he gets into top 8. Like, Stingray came out on the scene with a run like this. Java did as well, going straight into top 8. But Toastforprez has already taken out enough names where it was kind of like, all right, your power rank is going to double. If you take down Sandstorm here and winners, it's round 1 of top 32. Oh my goodness.
Unprecedented, unexpected. Nobody would have been able to see this coming besides people that have already looked at Toast's bracket run
Pingu saw it coming. That's why he put it on stream. He knew.
He knew.
What a great set to start off the day. But not a great way to start the stock for Toast here in game 5.
So right now Toast left weaponless, able to finally pick up those gauntlets, but then jumps right in there. And this is what we saw game 1 and game 2. Sandstorm has an amazing lead. We've only seen like Toast win the leads that he's built.
Yes.
I want to see if he can make this comeback now.
He has not made a comeback yet this set. And with Katars primed up and Sandstorm starving him of weapons, he's actually choosing to be unarmed from Scythe for a while. And now they're just, okay, let's go, scrap. That's fine.
Yeah, finds a neutral out of it.
Side sig would just knock out here.
And Toast wants it, right? Toast is going for it, looking through the D-Light, neutral air, and then the chase dodge in there to toss the weapon to cover the ground, jumps and still covers the air with the neutral air.
Oh, gravity cancel down, sig whiff. Sandstorm still going unarmed, picks the scythe, side light, tries to catch up with an end light. Toast gets that pickup recovery.
The D-Light again.
Yeah, it's a tough move of space, especially when someone's staying as stacked on top of you as Toast is with the diamond head. Evens it up 2-2. Slight deficit in damage here. Oh, the double D-Light Cider. He's just calling him out there. I don't even think... Was his dodge even gone?
Yeah.
I didn't catch it.
I'm going to be able to tell you. That time around, dodges in. Sandstorm not able to get that double D-Light. And there is the anti-air catching that jump in. That lead in the beginning was a little bit more manageable than what we have here. 2-1, but both of them completely in the white.
Yeah, and we're seeing... we mostly saw it on Scythe, but that was the Spears down sig. Another thing that just covers a stacked hitbox right on top of him. That's why Sandstorm loves his character so much, and now the lead is becoming insurmountable, I feel like.
It is so important that Toast goes high so that Sandstorm doesn't get any Sandstorm iconic Scythe edge guards, right? But look at the amount of damage that you've taken up until now. You get a Neutralite, but at what cost? Can you make this back?
Oh, he went for the downer on the other side. He didn't get it. Anti-air in the air. No weapon spawn for Toast. That's not great. 2 down airs in a row into the pickup on the Scythe. He is at a damage deficit and down a stock.
They're both so aggressive with the weapon tosses, and it feels like right now it is definitely biting back Toast, right? Not able to get in there besides just a couple of one-off exchanges. Picks up a weapon, you have Katars, but now... Oh, no.
Oh, end light recovery. Gravity cancel down light as Toast recovers high. That's GG, 2 stock, and game 5 victory for Sandstorm over Toastforprez. Yeah, you commented about the weapon throws and how aggressive they're being, and this is like an NA habit. And if Photo was with me right now, he would be screaming his head off about how they're throwing their weapons away and then giving up advantage. And that's something that will just happen.